It's time for Mrs. Evans Enchanted Reading Time, and another fun story that I just love for you guys is this one. It's called The Hungry Thing. This book is so old. It's about ready to fall apart. I don't even know if they make it anymore. This one said it was published in 1967. That was a long time ago. And that's when this book was published in 1967. Oh, Jack is very upset. Jack, it's okay. It's all right. He just wanted to say hello to everybody. Do you remember Jack the dog? Here, I'll show you Jack. Can you see him? And there's Barry sitting there. They're waiting for story time. They like story time a lot. So let's go ahead and get started with The Hungry Thing. So I was going to tell you what you could do is figure out how old this book is. If you take 2020, that's 2020, and subtract 1967, that'll tell you how old the book is. So that's your project for today, to find out how old the book is. The Hungry Thing. It's a lot of fun. Here we go. There's our title page, The Hungry Thing by Jan Slepian and Ann Sedler. Pictures by Richard Martin. Uh-oh, look at him. Who do you think is our main character in this story? I think this is our main character. He is the hungry thing. Let's see what he wants to eat. One morning, a hungry thing came to town. He sat on his tail. He pointed to a sign around his neck that said, "Feed me." The townspeople gathered around to see the hungry thing. "What would you like to eat?" asked the townspeople. "Schmam cakes," answered the hungry thing. "Schmam cakes," cried the town people. "How do you eat them? What can they be?" "Why, dear me," said the wise man, "sham cakes, that's plain, are a small kind of chicken that falls in the rain." "Of course," said the cook, "schmam cakes, I've read, are better to eat when you stand on your head." "I think," said the little boy, "you're all very silly. Schmam cakes sound like fan cakes sound like pancakes to me." So the townspeople gave the hungry thing some pancakes. The hungry thing ate them all up. And then the hungry thing pointed to his sign that said, "Feed me." "What would you like to eat?" asked the townspeople. "Tickles," answered the hungry thing. "Tickles," cried the townspeople. "How do you eat them? What can they be?" "Why, dear me," said the wise man, "tickles, you know, are curly-tailed hot dogs that grow in a row." "Of course," said the cook, "tickles taste yummy, and you'll giggle and laugh with 10 in your tummy." "I think," said the little boy, "it's all very clear. Tickles sound like sickles, sound like pickles to me." And they gave the hungry thing some, and the hungry thing ate them all up. "He's underfed. Have some bread," said a lady dressed in red. "It seems to me he'd like some tea," said a fellow up a tree. "A bit of rice might be nice," said a baby sucking ice. The hungry thing just shook his head, pointed to his sign that said, "Feed me." The townspeople tried again. "What would you like to eat?" asked the townspeople.
Feet loaf.
Feet loaf, cried the townspeople. How do you eat it? What can it be? Why, dear me, said the wise man, feet loaf, let's see. It's a kind of shoe pudding that grows in a tree. Of course, said the cook, feet loaf tastes sweet, and it's eaten by kings when they dine in bare feet. I think, said the little boy, you all ought to know. Feet loaf sounds like beet loaf sounds like, what is it? Meatloaf to me. So the townspeople gave the hungry thing some, and the hungry thing, what did he do? Ate it all up. He again pointed to his sign that said, Feed me! What would you like to eat this time? Said the townspeople.
Hookies!
Hookies, cried the townspeople. How do you eat them? What could they be? Hookies, said the wise man, are known in far lands as a special spaghetti to eat with your hands. Hookies, said the cook, are a party dish to serve to a guest if he isn't a fish. I think, said the little boy, that it's all very simple. Hookies sound like lookies, sound like, you know it. Cookies to me. The townspeople gave the hungry thing some, and he ate them all up. Then he got to his feet. He smiled. He patted his mouth on a line of laundry. He turned around 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It's true, he's all through, asked a lady dressed in blue. Let's all try to say goodbye, said a man with a can. Come again, said some men. But the hungry thing just sat down again, and he pointed to a sign that said, Feed me! What do you want to eat? Asked the townspeople.
Gollypops!
Gollypops, cried the townspeople. How do you eat them? What can they be? Oh, dear me, said the wise man. Gollypops are new. They are cereal shaped like toys and sugar-coated too. Children, said the cook, buy them in the dozen and trade off the box tops with classmates and cousins. I think, said the boy, you all ought to hear. Gollypops sound like dollypops sound like, what is it? Lollipops to me. So the townspeople gave the hungry thing some, and the hungry thing, what did he do? Ate them all up. And he pointed to his sign again. Oh, please, said the people, we've been here all day. Isn't there just a quicker way? I think, said the boy, that there is. Have some noodles, said the little boy. The little boy, let's try that again. Have some noodles? The little boy asked the hungry thing. The hungry thing shook his head. Oh, excuse me, I meant to say foodles. The hungry thing smiled and ate them all up. Just look, said the cook. Let's all try, was the cry. So they all got busy. Have some smello. They gave him jello. Have some thread. They gave him bread. Have a banana. And they gave him a banana. The hungry thing ate and ate. He looked very full. Is there anything more we can give you? The townspeople wanted to know. The hungry thing politely covered a hiccup. He thought for a while, and then he said,
Boop with a smacker.
"Boop with a smacker." Soup with a cracker. The hungry thing ate them all up. He smiled. He got to his feet. He wiped his mouth on the cook's hat. Just as he left, he turned his sign around. What do you think it said? And the letters said, "Thank you." And that's the end of our story. Isn't that a fun story? There's just so many things you can do with this story. That's why I love it so much. You can do rhyming words. So some of the words are nonsense words. Those are words that are not real. And so that's fun to do when you come up with a word that's rhyming. Like maybe you just think of things in your house like spoon and then come up with rhyming words. You could do real words like spoon and moon. But then you can make up words like spoon and galapagoom and rumpagoom. So rhyming words always have the same ending. So that's all you have to do is come up with the same ending. How fun is that? You can also learn about manners in this book because even though the hungry thing ate and ate and ate, it does talk about sharing. The townspeople talked about sharing all of their food. And when the hungry thing was done, he said, "Thank you." And the townspeople never gave up on him, even though he looked different and he ate different and he talked different, that they were very accepting of the hungry thing. So there's something that you can do too. So the hungry thing, even though it's a very old story, is still relevant to today. And I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll have fun with it. Maybe listen to it again and again so that you can come up with some fun things to do with this story. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm always thinking about you, and I hope you'll join me again in Mrs. Evans' Enchanted Reading Time. Bye.